we're back with day 18.5 of the 30-day journey into sound. And if it sounds official, it is. So, day 18.5 already, my goodness. What's with the 0.5? Well, it was either going to be morning meditation, evening meditation, so I just figured, it's the same day, it's day 18, but it's the evening meditation, as you can see by the window in the back. So, we are meditating to music, and in the musical meditation technique, we seek to simply dissolve into the sound. As the music is played, our attention is put forth upon its beauty. And as we are listening deeply, the music will take our attention on a journey. It will take our attention for a moment, and then our attention will wander back to its normal tendency to think of a thought or feel a feeling or be distracted in some form, shape, or manner. We simply notice that and redirect our attention back to listening to the music. Now, this process is very serious. Now, this process is completely not serious. It's the least serious process you could possibly do. It's listening to music. And if you do it well, you won't have to put forth any effort. But in the beginning, we have to learn to listen. We have to remember how. And we do this by initially willfully listening to the music, because we'll notice that our attention wanders off into thought. Bringing our attention back to listening repeatedly will stabilize our attention on the music. And after a period of time, once we settle down, once our attention stabilizes, we notice that there's an effortless stage. An effortless awareness takes place to where you don't need to redirect your attention that much anymore. There might be the occasional thought, but thought has begun to slow down significantly. The amount of distractions have begun to slow down significantly. And the music is playing, and then what you'll notice is that there'll be some sort of a twitch maybe in your eyes, or you'll notice that you're playing around with your tongue. There'll be deeper tendencies that begin to appear the more still you become. So as we're listening to the music, all I'm really doing is trying to become as still as possible, because when you're perfectly still, or as close as we can, we become a very good listener, because we're not making any noise. Noise is activity of the mind. Sound. So we ourselves become empty, an empty vessel of perfect perception, because we are already perfect perception. The problem is that our thoughts get in the way. The mental activity is what keeps us from that realization and having that experience. So when we sit to listen to the music, we'll become very still, and simultaneously, as we become more and more still, we want to surrender more and more. And what do I mean by surrender? By surrender, I simply mean that we want to let go of any tension. Initially, you'll feel it as tension. You'll feel your tendencies to hold tension appear during your meditation as you become progressively more still. So the idea is that we're so active all the time, we barely notice all of these deeper layers of tendencies, these deeper layers of physical tension, deeper layers of energetic tension, and energy constrictions or blockages that we might experience or feel, whether it be blocked up heart chakra perhaps, or perhaps physical tension in the forehead, in the jaw, and the neck. Oftentimes people who work all day on computers, they have a lot of tension in their traps, in their back muscles. all sorts of issues. So this is a simultaneous process that we go through during the meditation, which is becoming still and simultaneously surrendering and letting go of any type of tension. Now, that's important because if you're only doing one, you're kind of only doing half of what meditation can offer us, because it's not just a mental process of becoming still and overcoming the excessive mental activity so that we can have peace or transcend the mental chatter, but it's also a feeling. Meditation's about feeling. This is what they talk about when we talk about heart. When we talk about love, when we talk about the ability to feel, this is connected to our subtle physical energy body. Our subtle physical energy body is our body of emotions, our body of feelings. This can hold a lot of blocks and tension and tendencies of contraction. It's like an energetic contraction versus an energetic relaxation. So we're holding a lot of tension, and so we want to let this go as we meditate. Yet we're becoming still. So it's an interesting process. As the two start to take place, we begin to become very still, and what we'll notice is that our attention tends to wander back to our eyes, perhaps. Even with our eyes closed, our attention will wander back to its tendency, that which it does most regularly, which is, let's say, look at something with our eyes, right? We're constantly using our eyes. So the idea behind attention is that it can be behind any sense organ. You can be looking through your eyes, you can be listening through your ears, tasting through your mouth, you get the idea. But it's our attention that is behind the sense. It's our awareness. Attention is our willful awareness. It's where we can move our attention to something, to an object, through a sense organ. We can feel perhaps a sensation in the body. We can move our attention into imagination. We can move our attention into a dream. We can move our attention all sorts of places. And the idea is that our attention is stuck. It's stuck in the senses. It's stuck in its habitual form of thinking. But behind all of it are fragmented pieces of our awareness. And as we kind of reach the meditative state, as we become still, and as we surrender up any sort of energetic blocks or tension that's, holding the flow back, as this happens, we reach a place of effortless awareness. We're always aware, but the problem is that our mind is sometimes obscuring that awareness with its myriad of thought and mental chatter and tendency to wander from daydreaming to remembering to thinking about tomorrow or whatever happens. There's all sorts of formats, patterns, and structures that our minds have conjured up, and to each our own misery, right? And the idea is that we're going to get beyond all that. So let's listen to some music and try it out. As we meditate to the music, you'll get into a period of settling down for the first few moments. You'll listen to the music. You'll be relaxing. The mind will wander, and you'll bring your attention back to listening to the music, whether you're listening through headphones or via your phone or tablet or computer. Just focus on the music. Just listen deeply. And you'll get better at listening as you go. It's like what we practice, we get better at. And as we become a better listener, we'll get out of the way. What we'll notice in the beginning is that we're so focused on ourselves. It's funny. We're focused on, our tongue moving around, our eyes twitching, our skin itching, thinking, who knows? All sorts of fun mind games that go on. So we try to not do any of that and just listen to the music. When you notice yourself doing your tendencies of mind, return to the tendency of listening to music. And we're retraining our attention to focus on one thing at a time. And once that's able to be focused on one thing at a time, there becomes a stable stream of attention. This is concentration. Concentration, when long enough, becomes meditation, because when we're surrendering and simultaneously concentrating, there's a realization of effortless awareness. There's a realization that awareness is already taking place. We don't have to do anything to make it happen. It's just already like a light bulb. There's a light shining from within, if you will. And we don't have to do anything to make that light shine. We just have to get out of the way, and that's what meditation is. So let's get out of the way while we listen to the music. Okay. Let's have a little fun on this Saturday night. Thank you for joining me, folks. Meditating to music can be fun. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Listen. Listen deeply, so deep that you forget everything and only the music exists. Alright, we'll end on this one. Or is it this one? It's the same one. Ah, yes. It is that one. This one? Now I'm just hiding behind my phone because well, I can't see without my glasses, and I want to get right back into the meditation. Let's see. There we go. So I'm confused. Okay, so that's not it. 1, 2, 3. Is not on here? Oh well. We'll go out on an old favorite. Oh well. I have to do this then. That's fine. Well, there was some good exercise tonight. Thank you again, my friends, for joining me for another meditation session, and we'll see you in the next one. Good night.